I mean, you're a marriage counselor. How many times have you had someone come in and say everything was great and they just, all of a sudden they get knocked over sideways? It's like, what the heck happened?
So when two people are matched up, we often talk about the importance of compatibility. But what happens if they're not more energetically matched up, if they're not actually a good fit for each other?
Consider this. We get into relationships, we meet someone, we take a look at them, we go, wow, I love her eyes, I love everything about her. Physically, you're just right. And the woman looks at us and go, physically, yeah, this is what I'm interested in. We get into a conversation, we find out we have similar desires and beliefs and passions. And we seem to approach a lot of things in life the same. We both want family, whatever it might be. And instantly it's like, wow, let's go deeper with this. Now we can be doing that, and this is, we're really uncovering what we are sociologically, and we are looking at certain physical attributes, but we're not looking at energetics. And so we could actually find ourselves totally in love and then discover later that we don't have the same communication style at all, right? You might be more emotive, I may take everything you say literally, and instead of us being able to easily handle disagreements, we have huge misunderstandings, and those misunderstandings get bigger and bigger.
So Larry, are you saying that if all those other things line up, you have similar values, similar interests, you're compatible, you get along, you like the way each other looks, you have chemistry, all of that, if there's some way to look at or test the energy between people that might determine that all that other stuff isn't enough?
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, you're a marriage counselor. How many times have you had someone come in and say everything was great and they just, all of a sudden they get knocked over sideways? It's like, what the heck happened?
Well, I think sometimes as we grow in our relationships over the years, that we may become somewhat incompatible. And it's at those particular times when we really need to redefine what we're looking for in the relationship. And so to sit down and talk about the relationship and where it is now and where we would like for it to go before it's too late. And so we don't have to, say, be incompatible for a long period of time, and the incompatibility doesn't have to last.
Right.
We just need to say, okay, we need to retool.
That's good.
My husband and I are very compatible on so many levels, and I think I can honestly say we have a very deep and intimate relationship. But we have something I've coined enthusiasm mismatch. So enthusiasm mismatch is when, like, we come to a situation and I'm like, yes, isn't this great? And he's like, yeah, isn't it great? And he swears to me on the inside, he's going, yes, isn't this great? But on the outside, he's going, yeah, that's great. And so for me, it has taken me a long time to realize that this is who he is. This is the way he expresses himself. And that it doesn't mean that he's not enjoying the concert or he isn't excited about the new couch I just purchased, but really, it's his expression style, it's his communication style, and the amount of overt energy he brings to something. Now for me, I used to interpret that as rejection. Like, I'm alone, I'm lonely, he's not here with me. And that never made any sense to him at all, because of course on the inside his experience is, I'm right there with her, and I'm just going, I'm over here by myself. So we've really, what is the key to any incompatibility? It's open, honest communication. It's crossing the bridge of that relational space, leaving yourself going over that bridge without judgment, with open eyes and a tender heart to really learn the other. And as we've gotten to know each other and have learned to trust one another, the enthusiasm mismatch in our relationship now is almost something we laugh about, we joke about, we play with.
I think what we're talking about here is, and as I call it, everyone, relationships have cycles, and there's always a beginner cycle in many parts of relationships. So when there is something that you're not compatible with, but you see the value of maintaining the relationship, I tell people, look, you're a beginner here, you're not expected to know, you're not supposed to know, and the beauty of being a beginner is you don't have to know. But if you know you want to work on something, keep that and keep like a youthful attitude about it. If it's a money shift, a money disparity, there's a change in who's earning, who's not, talk about it, and know, hey, listen, we're both beginners on this and we're going to go forward.
So this energetic question or this compatibility question is obviously something that's really key to getting people to sustain long-term relationships. And it sounds like people can have great attraction and be a terrible match for each other. And it sounds like if people are dedicated, to a lifetime of a marriage together, they can find a way to work with their incompatibilities or work with their differences, and it can really work out for the best. That's wonderful.